Good afternoon. Today is our English 1 Deaf English class, Deaf Pioneers Life Center. We are back again on a Wednesday to continue our learning. And today our topic is, we are looking at, again, we are continuing with adjectives, but we are looking at sentences, making sentences with adjectives. With adjectives. All right, and you'll notice we have a number of pictures on our screen, and we are going to be using these pictures to select adjectives, right? Because deaf persons, and apart from knowing adjectives and so on, and knowing adjectives with our senses, we have to be able to use them in sentences so that we can communicate to hearing people. So that is the purpose of learning the English, so that you will be able to communicate in your writing. You're going to write clearly when you're using these adjectives. So I have a number of pictures, and we're going to look at each one of them in turn. I'm going to copy them and put them on different slides. Now, as deaf people, you are familiar with adjectives. Adjectives is a function of words or signs that we communicate with. They describe nouns. So adjectives describe a noun or gives a picture of a noun, tells you more about a noun, right? And we can use our different senses as we talked about last day. We could use our eyes, our ears, our mouth, in terms of our tongue, our hands, to feel and so on these adjectives. So let me recognize, right now, due to the COVID, we only have people online. We are not allowing persons physically again in our classes. We have everybody online. Okay, I'm just logging in some new students who coming on a little late today. I just want to get them in. All right, so presently we have 6 persons. We have 6 persons online, and I want to welcome each one of you all. We have Avril, Rebecca, Donna, Bricky. I don't know who is Fire Tablet. That is the only person I cannot recognize on the screen. I would like you to keep your cameras on, please. All those who are in the class, keep your cameras on, so when you sign to me, when I ask a question, I can see and communicate with you. So please keep your camera on. Very good. I'm seeing Rebecca's tablet on. I don't know who is Fire Tablet. So Fire Tablet, could you put on your picture if you can? All right. I hope you can use that camera and put it on. Okay. All right. So let's see to begin our class today. I hope everybody can see clearly. All right. I'm not seeing Cheryl. I'm not sure if I'm seeing, no, I'm not seeing Cheryl at all. Cheryl Maniram, I'm not seeing her. All right, but so we have, again, okay, we have Donna, we have Rebecca, we have Sabrikri, we have Avril, and I don't know who is Fire Tablet. I know some people have problems with their cameras, so right, but we'll try and see how we can work it out. Okay, so let's go. So we are making sentences with adjectives, and we are looking at making sentences in terms of English language, and we're going to use a model now in terms of sign language. How we order our sentences Okay, Salwan is trying to get on to Zoom. I'm not sure. Okay, okay, so anybody who's trying to get on, whether you if you cannot get on to the Zoom class, you could get on to us on Facebook or on YouTube. Right? So you can find us on YouTube or on Facebook right now, same time as we are on Zoom. All right, so when you're making sentences in English, there's different ways we can write sentences. We can say things differently, right? So I want to show you that. I'm going to show you one way today, right? So everybody know about, in terms of every sentence must have a subject, or who are you talking about, and it is usually a noun or a pronoun. So I have, all right, so we're going to do it the order of the words we're going to use today. We're going to use a noun. I'm going to write a noun, and you will notice I have, in all my pictures, I have nouns. So the first noun I have is a dog. I have this person here, he's a doctor. And I have a shoe, a pair of shoes. And in this other picture here, I have an island, place. So what we are going to do in order to create sentences, we are going to look at ordering our words based on this format that I'm going to show you how to make a simple sentence. So we're going to have a noun. After we write a noun, we're going to put a verb, one of our telling verbs, and then we are going to write our adjective. So I'm putting them in different color. So I want you to take note of this. How we are going to start our sentences. This is one way of writing sentences. We're going to write a noun first, then a verb, then an adjective. This is the word order, right? A noun, verb, adjective. All right, so let's look at we're going to take one noun at a time, and I'm going to copy my dog, and I'm going to start another slide where we're going to just look at this dog. So we're looking at the dog, and what we want, the dog is a noun. What we first want to get when we're looking at the dog is we want to see how many adjectives we can take out from this picture of this dog to describe this dog. And then we're going to look at how we're going to be writing the sentences. So I have the noun is dog. This is a noun, dog. So we want to describe this dog, and I'm getting, all right? And remember that dog is a noun. Dog is a noun. It is a name of an animal. Dog is the name of an animal. It is a noun. What we want to get now, we want to get words to describe this noun. So I'm going to ask you all for at least 2 words that you're gonna give me to describe this noun, to talk about this dog. So if anybody who never saw this picture before, when you give me those words, they can imagine something about this dog in their mind. What words can we use to describe? Okay, I'm seeing Adana. Very good, Adana. And I'm seeing Kenton. So they put on their cameras. So I'm seeing just one more person I'm not seeing. Good. Right. So give me some words I can use to describe this dog. Anybody want to volunteer? I'm looking for volunteer. Give me a word to describe this dog. Based on your sight. Look at your eyes. You're using your eyes. You're using your eyes, and see if you can give me a word to describe this dog, an adjective. Yes, Bricky. Yes, Bricky's hand is up. Tell me a word. White. Very good. So an adjective, you tell me the color of the dog. It is white. White. So that dog is white. Give me another word to describe this dog. What do you think of this dog? Let's look at another sense. How you think this dog will feel if you hug it up? Or how it's looking apart from it is white. What else? What other words we can use? Yes, Rebecca, how it would feel? Comfortable. Would we use the word comfortable? Would you be, yes, Canton. Cotton. That dog has cotton on it. Is cotton an adjective? So we're gonna use, I may have to give you some adjectives to help me out there. All right, I'll show you, I'll give you some words. Now you see that the thing that is covering the dog, it is called fur. So an adjective that we'll use for the what covers the dog, because it has so much of fur, we say it is furry. So that dog is furry. So we have the word fur, F-U-R is fur, and R-Y, I'm just going to put the R and the Y in a different color. All right, I'm just trying to write over it a little bit. I want to put the R in a different color. Right? So F-U-R is the word fur, talking about what is covering the dog. The skin that is covering the dog is fur, that hair that is seen, that long hair. So if it has plenty long hair, right, that's a new word for some people, right? So because it have plenty fur on it, we say it is furry. So we add ry at the end of the word fur. So this covering of the dog, that long hair, is fur, right? And look at that dog. Is it a sad dog? What kind of word we can use? Is it a sad dog? What do you think of that dog is? Is that dog sad? Is that dog? So we want to look at the emotions that we're getting from that dog. When you're looking at that dog, look at that dog face. How it looking? What emotions can we get? Now we're not using our senses. We're just looking at our eyes now to look at the facial expression of that dog. What do you think that dog is? What adjective can we use for that dog? Yes, Bricky. Yes, it's smiling. It's seeing the dog, right? Happy. Very good. That is the adjective I want. So we have, I'm going to use a black. All right, so we're choosing the adjectives. So we have happy. All right, so you're looking at the dog. All right, so we have, and what could we say about it apart from it being happy? Would you like to have a dog like this? Why would you think you want to have a dog like this? If you look at that dog, what other words could we use? And we also, when we look at babies, we just say that word also. We could use that word sometimes, and I'm going to write a word for you. And tell me if you can tell me the sign. Anybody know that word? C-U-T-E? What word is that? You all always say that sign when you are looking at babies and they're smiling. We say the baby is cute or sweet. Right. Right. So we're saying that. And there are many more adjectives you can get about this dog, especially if you all experience having a dog. And every time you come home, the dog's jumping up on you and want to lick you and so on and want to play. It want to play with you all the time you go outside. And an adjective we'll use for this dog is the word playful. When a dog loves to play, we say that dog is playful. It's love to play with you, jumping around, licking your foot, right? Pulling your clothes, all right? And it wants to play. So we say that is another adjective that we'll use, right? So I just want to show you there. We have the word play, and then we have F-U-L, playful. That means it loves to play, it likes playing, want to play a lot with you. Playful. Same like furry, we had plentiful. Playful, this dog loves to play. So this one noun, which is dog, we get all these adjectives to tell us more about this dog, to describe this dog. So after we get all these adjectives now to describe this dog, we want to write this in a sentence. And we can write a number of sentences. So we can start. So let's start writing some sentences about this dog. And I am just going back to our first slide to tell you the order of words. And let me write it here one time. The order of words, remember, we are starting with a noun. Then we are going to write a verb. And then we are going to write, let me just start over to get more space. Oops. Let me just get more space. So we are starting with a noun. Then we are going to write a verb. And the last thing we're going to end with is with an adjective. This is one way of writing a sentence. And we are looking at this sentence to tell us about this noun. So we're going to use a telling verb. And if you remember those who were in the class before, I'm seeing some newcomers, Adana. We are going to use a telling verb. So the first sentence, we are going to write, now the noun that we are looking at is the word dog. Dog is the noun. So we don't have to think about what else to write. We know the noun is dog. So we're going to write the dog. And you remember the word the that we learned? So we're going to say the dog because we know which dog we are talking about. The dog. All right, the dog. And I just put in a color code. I use in blue for noun. The dog. And because it is one dog, we use the word is. Is not a word that we use in sign language, but you have to use it in English. So we say the dog is. Is going to be telling us, indicating that we are talking, saying something about the dog. The dog is. The dog is, and we are going to select one of our adjectives to put at the end of our sentence because we're using an adjective. So we're going to put an adjective at the end of our sentence. The dog is, and I'm using another color. I'm going to use the color black. The dog is cute. The dog is cute. And I put my full stop on the end. Look at how I did it. Noun, the dog, is the verb to tell me about the dog, and cute is the adjective. The dog is cute. Let's go on to do another sentence. Number 2. The dog is a noun. We always starting with the dog, because we are talking about the dog, is a noun we're starting with. The next word comes is the verb. So we're using is again because it's still one dog. Is. And then I'm selecting another adjective. The dog is, after cute, I have white. The dog is white. Full stop at the end. So that is our next sentence. So the dog is cute. The dog is white. So I want to create another sentence. Number 3. Just follow in my colors. Number 3. My noun is, what is my noun? What is my noun? How am I going to start this sentence? Who, yes? Yes, Bricky, you take out your light so it's kind of dark. Right, the dog. The noun remains the same, the dog. That is what I'm talking about. And how am I going to finish my sentence? You finish it for me. You choose another adjective. Remember the adjectives I have all around. Right? So something, okay, let me retract that. Something is missing here. What am I going to put next? Is. Very good, Sabriki. Is. And then what will I put here? What is? Right. So I will put the dog is happy. Right. Very good, Sabriki. Or I can put the dog is furry. Any one of them. So I want you to continue writing. And I want the rest of sentences. So I want number 4. See, write another sentence about the dog. The dog, right? The dog. And I just don't want to lose my space. Number 5, you can also write another one for me. The dog. So we have how many adjectives? I have my adjectives here. I have white. I have cute. I have playful, happy, furry. All of these words I can use to make my sentences. But all of them, remember, must begin with the dog because that is my noun. Noun, verb, adjective. And I'm not going to put any, I'm not going to remind you here in the last 2. Let me see if you remember what to put in each one of them. All right, so I'm giving you 2 minutes to finish writing that. I know you can write that very quickly. Right, so this is one way of writing sentences. One way of writing. I'm saying Canton. Yes, Canton, level 1 is very easy, I know. Level 1 is very, very easy. Right, I know level 1 is very easy. And I just want to show you how we can combine all these sentences to one sentence. I don't need to write all these 5 sentences. I could write maybe 2. I can write maybe 2 sentences. And that is for people who I can challenge, like Sabriki and Kenton, and everybody else here could be challenged, in fact. So I don't need to write 5 sentences. The dog is cute. The dog is white. The dog is playful. The dog is happy. The dog is furry. I can combine my sentences to make maybe 2 sentences. So I'm going to show you that there in a little while. Everybody with me? Can I go to the next slide? I'm seeing Kenton saying yes. All right. All right. So let's look at another I want to do it now. I want to combine. All right. So let's look at I'm going back again to our first slide. And remember, we have more nouns that we can use. So I am going to copy this other noun, and we're going to create another slide, and we're going to look at this other noun by for you to give me some more adjectives. Now, this picture is a picture we're focusing on the man in this picture, which is a doctor. And we're going to look at adjectives to describe this person. Now, we did the first one with the dog. So it's going to do the same thing we are going to do with this doctor. So we have the noun again. We always start at the noun because an adjective describes a noun. And the noun we are looking at here is this doctor here. He is a doctor. We know he is a doctor. So you are looking at a doctor and we are trying to find adjectives to describe this doctor. Yes, Bricky. So he's a man. I'm seeing a lot of people. I've seen Kenton waving his hands. Okay, start giving me some adjectives. Yes, I'm Kenton. All right, the doctor is a man. Yeah. All right, no, well, yes, the doctor is a man, but we can't use the man as an adjective, right? Man is still, yes, Sabriki. Yes, Sabriki. All right, he has brown skin. So he is brown skin. Let me just get some more space there. Don't want it to all right, he's brown skin. Yes, I'm seeing Sabriki putting up. He has a white shirt on. All right. Okay, all right. I know I'm seeing from Kenton Sabriki. So I want Donna, Rebecca, Adana to give me some answers. So let's we got now I don't want verbs, I don't want what he's doing. I want a word to describe him. Don't give me an action. Okay, yes, who gave me the brown skin? That was Sabriki. Kenton, give me I want an answer from somebody else. Apart from Sabriki. Okay, Sabriki is the only one putting up a hand. Okay, Sabriki, give me your answer. Give me an adjective. Yes, Sabriki. I'm seeing smile, but smile is not an adjective. Smile is not an adjective. Smile is an action. Smile, if somebody is smiling, you say they are happy. You say they are happy. You can't say their smile is the action. Kenton was talking about something else about the color something. All right, so we're not looking at the color of his clothes. We're just looking at doctor. We're just looking at the doctor alone. We're not looking at the clothes he's wearing because that will be another noun we have to take out. Yes, oh my. Kenton, come on, give me an All right, I see Adana hand is up. Adana, yes. Give me a noun to describe. I'm hearing talk. I'm hearing talk from Adana. Now, talk is not an adjective, but we could get an adjective from talk, right? Somebody who likes to talk, we call them, we say they are talkative, right? So this doctor maybe likes to talk. So he is talkative. So he is talking, but he likes to talk to all his patients, very talkative. So this word is an adjective. So we can't use the word talk because talk is an action. It is a verb. Yes, Bricky. I see Bricky putting up her hand. What can we say about this doctor? Yes, Bricky. He is nice. Yes. Nice. And I like instead of saying nice, we can say another word instead of nice. We can say friendly. He is friendly. That means he makes friends. It's another way to say nice. He is friendly. He's a friendly person. All right. Instead of saying the word nice, we can say he is friendly. All right. So friend itself is a noun. So we can't say friend. So we have to say an adjective there is friendly. Okay. Any other things, Kenton, you want to give me something? I see Kenton. Give me a word to talk about. Don't tell me about his clothes and thing. We're not talking about his clothes. That's another. We're looking just at the person. The person who is the doctor, we just want to talk about him. All right? We just want to talk about him. You don't. He is kind. Very good. Very good, Donna. So that doctor is kind. Right? He takes care of his patient. He is not rude. He is kind. Very good. Kind person. These adjectives are describing the doctor, telling us about this doctor. So when somebody tell you about this doctor being friendly, kind, and so on, you all could picture, you could experience and say, I want that doctor to be my doctor, right? So you describing the doctor. You're not describing clothes and things. We don't want he change his clothes every day. Every day he could change his clothes, but we want to describe the person, the doctor. So now we are going to look at writing sentences about this doctor. So we did this already with the dog. So we're doing number 1. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 adjectives. So we can write same thing. We can write 5 sentences. Excuse me. So let's see how we're starting. Who can help me? All right. We're going to start with the doctor. Make some space. The let me just rub off a little bit. So I get a little more space. So we have 1, 2, 3. So we have the doctor. And I want you to finish it for me. I'm not telling you what to do. Every one of them beginning with the doctor because that is a noun. Remember what we did for the dog. So go ahead and write the answers. Right? So you are writing adjectives in sentences. Remember the word order. noun, verb, adjective. Noun, and the noun is all, oh, I give you the noun already. Verb, then adjective. Now I want to challenge Kenton, who is in the class, and he could, I want Kenton to write 2 sentences with this picture. But in your 2 sentences, you have to include at the end of it all of these adjectives. So Kenton, I want you to do that for me. So I want to challenge you because I know this one is simple for you. So I want you to put in one sentence, you're going to put 2 adjectives, and the other sentence, you're going to put 3 adjectives. Go ahead for me, Kenton. You do those. And you do the same thing for the dog. Kenton, do you understand? Yes. Okay, go ahead and write that. But you're not writing. Go ahead and write. So the others in the class will be doing 5 sentences, but Kenton, you just do 2. But make sure you put in all the adjectives there. So everybody's finished? Donna, everybody's finished? Yes, you. No, don't sign it for me, Kenton. You write it in your book. Don't sign your answers to me. You just write it in your book. So before we did, remember we did the dog and we had 5 sentences, right? Now we are doing the doctor with 5 sentences. Everybody okay? Okay. Come on. Can I come? All right, so we had 3 more pictures and what? 2 more pictures. So let me go back to these. Now for these 2 that remaining, we're going to see about just getting the, let me just get this thing to come. So this is not all right, so let me copy this and we are going back. And what we have is a pair of shoes. So we have the noun shoes. All right, but this one, I want you to find the adjectives to this. So we have shoe, and this will be your home lesson. So I want you to get 2 adjectives to describe the shoe. So you're going to get 2 adjectives for me for shoes. And the next one, so this is homework. This is homework. So you are finding the adjectives for shoe. So you are getting 2 for me for that pair of shoe. And I'm just going back a little bit to get my island. I didn't get it, so let me go back again. Right, and pasting it. Supposed to come back here. Some way not coming in. All right. I'll have to draw my island. It doesn't want me to copy it. All right, so Miss Becky, copy it now, paste it now. Right. So we have, this is an island. A piece of land surrounded by water is called an island. So for home lesson, I just want you to give me adjectives related to these nouns. So we have, this is an island. And this is how you spell it. A piece of land surrounded by water is an island. And Trinidad is an island. So our country, Trinidad and Tobago, 2 islands together. So I want you to get 2 adjectives to describe this island. So we have 2 adjectives. Think about Trinidad. What words could you use to describe Trinidad? So I want an adjective. I want 1, I want 2. 2 adjectives. 1 and 2. So this is home lesson. So you don't have the picture, just write the word and you give me the adjective. 2 adjectives. I'm going to write it. Writing it a little better here. Homework you are giving me. I want 2 adjectives. So you're giving me 2 adjectives for each of the nouns here. And you can try also to make the sentences yourself, right? So you can write 2 adjectives and then write 2 sentences with them. That is your home lesson today. So today we learned how to make simple sentences, and the order of the simple sentences is noun, going back, remember the order, noun, then verb, then adjective. Noun, then verb, then adjectives. Now I would like you to make sure to send a picture for me of your work and let me see if you were able to write these simple sentences, okay? Send a picture on WhatsApp. Everybody has my number. Send a picture for me and I will correct it, okay? All right? This is the doctor and this is the home lesson, homework. Okay, I hope you all enjoyed the class today. All right, if you have any questions, anything you don't understand too well, you can always WhatsApp me and I will help out, okay? So I hope you have a good evening. Anybody have any questions before we leave, before I leave you? Adana, do you understand what we did, Adana? I'm seeing Adana, first time she's come to our class. Welcome Adana to our English class, and she's our first timer. All right, I still don't know who is Fire Tablet. I don't know who Fire Tablet is yet. Okay. Dana, you have a question? Yes, I see a finger up. Do you have a question? One, you are writing 2 sentences. 2 sentences. So you are writing 2 sentences. I'm going to write it 2 sentences. I'll write it underneath here. Sorry about it. So you're writing 2 sentences for each picture. So for the show, you're writing 2 sentences with the 2 adjectives and also for the island. Okay? Everybody good? All right. Next time we have our class, I'll show you how to combine them and make it one, because I know some of you are already there already. Okay? So let's go. All right, so good afternoon and see you tomorrow. Please God, same time, well, around the same time. We start tomorrow at 5 o'clock. And we have our Bible study tomorrow. I will send a link on our WhatsApp group for those who are on the group, or I could send it individually. Those who would like to be in our Bible study tomorrow, please God, you can always log on. We will be on Zoom, Facebook, and YouTube. All right, so Bye bye until.